Hey, hey, hey. How you guys doing? Happy Monday. Pastor Tanner here. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Get the volume correct. It's still kind of loud. It's all right. It's all right. How you guys doing? Got my tea here. I put it in a water bottle because I want to be able to drink more than just a mug's worth, right? So drinking some Wui Dao Hong Pao rock tea tonight. It's good stuff. How are you?
Because it begins by hearing Moses and the prophets. It begins by submitting to the Word of God.
That's the way to start off, right? What is up, Missionary Gamer? Yes, Missionary Gamer. Appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. Hello, Smiley Smiles. Hi-bye to you. Awesome. Swims, what is up? Good Legend, hello. Zelda, hello. Husky Raid, Yoshi. Yes, yes. Did we get double rated? Man, this is crazy. Hype the Husky Raid. Awesome. How are you? I'm doing great, Swims. Woof. Good to see you, Hype. Yeah, I'm doing really good, and you guys jumped in at the right time because I am just getting going here. Just getting going. Matthew, hello. Good to see you. What's up, Pastor Tanner? Loved your 2 most recent videos. Awesome. Appreciate you, Matthew. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Yeah, I'm doing well. How have you guys been? What were you guys playing? What were you playing, Hype? It's good to see you guys. Today, we are going to be digging into some sermon prep on the healing of the nobleman's son. This is the second sign in the book of John. But the cool thing about it is we're going to utilize some of Logos's new AI tools in order to do it. Fortnite. Nice. Nice. Good stuff. Well, I appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. If you guys are interested in how to utilize some AI tools for sermon preparation and maybe interested in the new Logos platform, Logos Pro, then you're in the right spot. Feel free to hang out. If you guys don't know me, I do my sermon prep.
I'm talking about you.
Thank you so much for the follow. Good Legend. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I do my sermon prep here in Logos Bible software, and that's what I do each week. We stream every Monday evening, Lord willing. So let's go ahead and dig in John 4:46 to 54. And there's a particular tool that I want to utilize in our examination of the passage, and this is the AI summarization tool. I love that. I love that. Good legend. Yes. Oh, come on, Matthew. Matthew coming in with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Matthew. Much love. Appreciate all that support. Matthew says, do you use BDAG or Halot for sermon prep? So for those who don't know, BDAG and Halot are basically considered to be the gold standard when it comes to lexicons. And you have your BDAG is your Greek lexicon, New Testament, and then Halot is your Hebrew Aramaic lexicon of the Old Testament. And these are great resources. When you ask me if I use them in sermon prep, Matthew, that's a little bit tougher because oftentimes this level of detail is not needed for a sermon. Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes if you get a key insight out of one of these resources, it could do wonders in your sermon. But I would say I reference them not every sermon, but semi-frequently when it comes to doing sermon prep. I especially reference them when I am looking into a particular word study. So if I'm doing a word study in a particular passage or a particular section, I will often end up referencing either BDAG or Halot. Okay, so I do them for word study, but other than that, I'm not often referencing them. So if you go monogenes here, you can see this goes in depth. If I was preaching out of John 3:16, I would probably reference BDAG and dig into this particular section. It's got a lot of good, valuable information there. But BDAG and Halot are almost essential if you're going to be doing any sort of word studies for something more academic. If you are writing a paper, if you are putting out an article or something like that, these are going to be essential references for you. So I use them partially in sermon prep, but not all the time. Not all the time. What's up, Cal Magic? Cal Magic says, they called me the Streaker. It's a Roger Miller reference. Got you. I want to say I saw something on mocking that old bit on recently when I was watching some political commentators. That's very interesting. Yeah, cool. Well, it's good to see you, Cal Magic. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. All right, guys, we're going to be digging into this passage, and we're going to utilize the AI summarize function. Okay. Now, the AI summarize function is very, very interesting. What it does is it essentially reads the section for you, and it puts together all of the thoughts that are most relevant, most interesting for you. So let's start with just the ESV Bible. And with the ESV Bible, let's see if we can get a summary of 4:46 to 54. It might do all of chapter 4. Let's see. Let's see what it comes up with. So this is summarizing the biblical text itself. The biblical text itself. If you need the AI summarize function, you just open up the alternate book display, or excuse me, not the alternate book display. It's this one over here. It's the sidebar. And in the sidebar, you have translation. If your book is not written in English, you can translate to English. But then you also have this piece over here. It's the summarize function. Let's see how the AI summarizes chapter 4 of John out of the ESV. What's it say? The passage describes Jesus' encounter with a Samaritan woman at a well. Despite social and religious barriers, Jesus engages her in conversation. Now, that's an interesting statement right off the bat, because I'm not sure you would discern the social and religious barriers from the text itself. Well, you know what? I take that back. Maybe you would, because she explicitly says, how do you, a Jew, speak to me, a Samaritan, about these issues? So maybe the AI is discerning that just from the woman's comment. Continuing, revealing his identity as the Messiah. The woman, amazed, shares her experience with others, leading many Samaritans to believe in Jesus. Jesus then heals an official son. This is what we're most interested in right here. Jesus then heals an official son, demonstrating his power. This passage highlights Jesus' willingness to engage with those considered outcasts, and his ability to perform miracles, leading to a belief of him as the Savior of the world. Okay, I mean, that's a decent summary. Let's grab the section that's relevant to us. and I'm going to put AI summaries. And we'll put ESV right here. So that's the ESV summary. I want to reference several Bible translations and see if we get different summaries based upon translation. Edible says, hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers. Oh, he got me with the hello, sorry to bother you. But at the end of the day, that's going to get a ban from me. I appreciate that you were kind about it, but not interested. Cal Magic says, I'm buried in books. Watch a vid this morning. NT Wright's take on Heiser. Wright suggested liberal scholars 3-volume work on the subject. Power of Walter Wick. Oh, Power by Walter Wick. Interesting. I'm very fascinated in that, Cal Magic. Very, very fascinated. And yes, buried in books. I understand that. No doubt. No doubt. Samantha says, hey, so glad to see you. Glad to see you as well, Samantha. Back to my normal shift this week. Watching you live is a great way to make my last couple of hours go by. Awesome, Samantha. So glad you could join in and appreciate all your love and support. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Vector X, your channel is never going to grow if you keep passing these opportunities. Well, I don't want to buy viewers, Vector. I don't want to purchase them. I want you to view only if you love the content. Okay? Let's pick another translation. What will it do? What will the AI summary do with the Amplified Bible? What do you guys think it'll do with John chapter 4 in the Amplified Bible? Very curious. LP Swims, tell me how I already forgot my Logos password and I just got it this week. Ooh, brutal, Swims. What did you pick up? You know I'm a huge Logos advocate. What did you get? Did you get one of the base packages of Logos 10? Did you get their subscription model? What are you on? Oh, I will tell you, Vector is a huge evangelist for the password manager. Vector got me doing password manager stuff. I never thought I would. I don't know if you noted, but there's quite a few translations here. All right, let's see what it has to say in the Amplified. In chapter 4, Jesus leaves Judea and returns to Galilee, passing through Samaria. At a well in Sychar, he meets a Samaritan woman and asks for water. He tells her about living water and reveals her past, leading her to recognize him as a prophet. They discuss worship and the coming Messiah, and Jesus reveals himself as the Messiah. How different is this summary, guys? The woman leaves to tell others about Jesus. Meanwhile, Jesus teaches his disciples about spiritual nourishment and the readiness for harvest. Many Samaritans believe in Jesus due to the woman's testimony. Jesus stays with them for 2 days before continuing to Galilee, where he is welcomed. In Cana, a royal official asks Jesus to heal his son, and Jesus assures him that his son will live. The official's son is healed, and his entire household believes in Jesus. This is the second miracle Jesus performs in Galilee. Wow. What a different summary. I'm not going to lie. I think I like that one more. Yield Amplified Bible. I wonder if it's because it gives the AI more content to work with, right? Maybe. LP Swims, I got the subscription model. Awesome. Very, very cool. Yeah, I think there's a lot of value in the subscription model. Pretty sweet. Cal Magic PT is only interested in multi-level evangelism opportunities. There you go. Like multi-level marketing, huh? I got you. You just got to sign up 3 Christians. That's amazing. Alrighty. Well, let's do another version. Ooh, let's see what it does with the message. Y'all, what is the AI going to do with the message? Preachable, what is up? Hiya, so glad I made it tonight. Kettle on and PT time. Not physical training, but spiritual. Yes, Preachable. We're getting our spiritual reps in. That's awesome. Kettle is on. What are you going to be drinking? Very exciting. I am drinking Wui Dao Hong Pao. It's an oolong from Wui Province. It is also referred to as rock tea. Love it. Really, really good stuff. Swims, a summary of a summary. Guys, when you use the AI to summarize the message, you have incepted the Bible. That's awesome. Oh, that's great. I heard you like summaries of your summaries. Yes, exactly. What's up, God's Frog? Good to see you. Pastor Tanner, do you have any recommended resources for an in-depth study on love? Not the romantic sense, but more brotherly love / willing the good of the other for the sake of the other. Very interesting, Frog. The first resource I thought of was D.A. Carson's Difficult Doctrine of the Love of God. I'll show you it here momentarily. But as I kept reading and you said brotherly love, willing good for the sake of the other, that's not quite what Difficult Doctrine of the Love of God is about. So, yeah. Preachable says, Yorkshire tea, always. I'm a Yorkshire man. That's awesome, Preachable. Well, cheers. Cheers. I appreciate you swinging by and hanging out. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Very cool. So, I really like Difficult Doctrine of the Love of God. Let me bring that up. And this is a great book, but it's mostly on God's love, right? Not so much about brotherly love, all that type of stuff. Difficult Doctrine of the Love of God. So I really like this one. I would still recommend it, but if you're looking for the brotherly love you're talking about, is there even a chapter on that in here? No, see, it's all about God's love. I wonder, I can't think of one right off the bat. I can't think of one right off the bat. Just going to glance through the ones that have love in their title and see if there's anything that jumps out at me. Looks like John Piper's written on the topic. Norm Geisler, Love Your Neighbor. Interesting, but I think that's going to be more like of an ethics book because he's an apologist. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss on this one. It's a very interesting topic. Yeah, I'm not sure I have another one other than that, God's Frog. It's a really good question. If I can think of one, I will let you know. Love and Respect is well-known marriage book, but I have found it to be a little overly simplistic. Yeah, nothing's jumping out at me at the moment. But I'll let you know. Good question. Alrighty. Preachable says, I've got Lexham Geographic commentaries in my basket reduced in the March Madness. Are they good? Any good? Can't decide. I don't use them often, but that doesn't mean they're not good. Let's go ahead.
Your life is not in your hands. Your life is in the hands of God.
Edgemark, yes.
On Edgemark just resubbed for 23 months. When are you going to be pouring syrup on the Bible? That's what I'm here for.
Syrup on the Bible? No, that's not what's going to happen. That's pretty funny. So I have actually recently referenced the Lexham Geographic commentaries because somebody recommended an article out of them for one of our recent sermon preps. So let's go ahead and go through. At the Well of Sychar, Jacob's Well, you have an explanation. There's Jesus' Journey. I could have put that one directly in my PowerPoint presentation. Ruination, what is up? PT Money, what's up? What are we prepping tonight? Tonight we are prepping The Healing of the Nobleman's Son. And that's out of John chapter 4, verses 46 through 54. Jesus heals an official son, demonstrating his power. This passage highlights Jesus' willingness to engage with those considered outcasts and his ability to perform miracles, leading to the belief of him as the savior of the world. That's what we're prepping. Good to see you, Ruination. Thanks for swinging by. So this looks like it has some good information, especially on Jacob's Well. Concluding section, short excursus on the historical background of the Samaritans. And I want you to know, I ended up referencing this historical background of the Samaritans when I was preaching through this whole section. So there's some valuable stuff in here. You know, the category I'd put this commentary into? This reminds me of like Bible background commentaries. Okay. The geographic commentaries, to me, seem very similar to Bible background commentaries. You know, the sort of thing that you're going to be referencing. If you guys haven't referenced Keener's work, I think it's put out by IVP Press, is pretty well-known Bible background. And I'm just getting Bible background commentary vibes from these, which I find to be very helpful. And there aren't enough of them, okay? There are not enough Bible background commentaries. This is what I'm thinking of right here. Bible background commentary by Craig Keener, IVP. These are good, and it's often very helpful to reference these. Let's just look at our particular section. Cool pictures. Any of these could be snatched out and thrown into a sermon. That's pretty cool. Man, they have a video embedded. That's one of the advantages of Lex and Press putting out their own stuff, is they can embed things in ways that many others can't. Let's see. Oh, I'm missing some stuff. Cal Magic, I was hearing some comments regarding the change in the Gospel Coalition. I think it is something to do with social justice. I also know D.A. Carson is a founding member. Are the concerns legit? Interested in your thoughts. I have not heard about this. I have seen TGC moving in this direction. They've been doing so for years. I actually went to the Together for the Gospel conference in Louisville when David Platt preached on the book of Amos and justice flowing down like waters. And that struck a lot of controversy with people. Platt has been on this social justice campaign with Together for the Gospel for a while. So that doesn't surprise me to hear, Cal Magic. I am not aware of this particular change, but that doesn't surprise me to hear. And I feel like Gospel Coalition has changed quite a bit since its original founding. Vector. Let's see. Data breach. Swims. Literally got on the computer to dig up some of my old theology papers because my dad got me a ring-bound Bible for my birthday, and I want to put them in it and get a notification you were on. I got real excited. That's awesome, Swims. Well, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for swinging by and hanging out. I appreciate you. Cool, cool. All right. Edgemark. That's what cool pastors are doing for examples these days, pouring syrup on the Bible. I have not heard of this commentary. Oh, boy. It's probably best I stay out. Lots of cool pictures in this one. All right. I don't know. Preachable. There's some. This one's pretty neat. Jesus is rejected. Martyreo. Look at the word study. I'm guessing you can just bring it up. Yep. Brings it up instantly. I mean, the linking is so strong. It's a pretty good buy. Preachable. These are pretty cool. Videos embedded, maps. If you remember when I did my study Bible tier list, I put Faith Life Study Bible at the top of the tier list. It beat out ESV for me, largely because of how everything's embedded together. And I think that puts this resource over the top for me. This is like a Bible background commentary, but everything's embedded. The pictures are all here. It goes verse by verse, so you can use it to reference those important sections. This is a pretty sweet resource, Preachable. Yeah, very interesting. Interactives. Embedded videos. Excursus. The Tetrarchy of Philip. Heading east from Capernaum and crossing the Jordan River meant leaving Galilee, ruled by Herod Antipas, entering into Herod Philip's territory, mainly inhabited by Gentiles, consisting of the districts of Batanea, Galantinus, and Trachonitis and Aronitis. Its capital was Caesarea Philippi, a major city. Yeah, this is pretty good information. Tyre and Sidon. Decapolis. I don't know. Pretty good resource, Preachable. $48. I think, though, I'll get them. It's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. Guys, you got to jump on March Madness. Too many good things in March Madness. I'm waiting for the finals. It looked to me like, what is it? Pillar. Looked to me like Pillar was going to win. Oh, no. It was going to get second to the Baker Old Testament commentaries. But I'll probably take the top 4 winners, maybe the top 6 winners, and just throw them all in my cart. With dynamic pricing and the discounts you're getting, you're probably not going to see those resources at cheaper price again. or at least until next March. Cool. Yeah, thanks for asking, Preachable. I think they're good resources. Alrighty. Let's see. LP Swims, if they did that in the type of church I grew up in, I'm no longer a part of, they'd be in trouble. As far as they're concerned, the Holy Spirit lives in the pages of the Bible, right? You better not pour syrup on it, huh? All right, Ruination, gonna graduate with my MTS. Let's go. Much love, Ruination. Fantastic. Gonna grab the Reformed Portfolio package as a reward. I saw your video recommending the Baptist portfolio. Any development since then? Does Pro steer you away from buying packages? Wow, that's a really good question. I don't think Pro steers me away from buying packages because I see the value in the base packages as the books. It's the library you're getting. And that's the basis on which I make my recommendations in those videos. So I think Reformed Portfolio and Reformed Baptist are both great packages. I just recommended Baptist Portfolio because I thought that was like the best iteration of Baptist. And there were lots of good additions at the portfolio level relative to like, Platinum and below. So those are great options, Ruination. You can't go wrong. And I think Logos Pro, I'm going to say this. Got to say this publicly, y'all. I said this in one of the comments on my video, but Logos Pro is of greatest advantage to those who have a large library. Because your large library, it's very difficult to find exactly the books you're looking for. And so I think if you're going to consider buying a portfolio package, you're going to be well served by Logos Pro because those AI tools are going to help you leverage that awesome library. Let me show you. I was doing this study yesterday. Want to do a study in my church on parenting styles. I'm actually preaching on parenting styles tomorrow. Not preaching, but doing a lesson on it. And at first I was going to open Google and look at like the major parenting styles and things like that. But if you just type in, let me just type this in. What are the main parenting styles? Okay. You used to not be able to search Logos like this. The AI empowers Logos so that you can just type in a question like this and get a fantastic hit. I want you to know, before I did this study, I did not know that I had a resource called Christianity and Developmental Psychopathology Foundations and Approaches. I did not know this resource existed, and I didn't know I owned it. Why? Because I'm sure I got it in some sort of big base package. Okay? Guess what? I can type in, what are the main parenting styles, and I get the hit. And I know that I can dig into this resource and get that information. That is huge. And the hits are relevant. I would not have found these otherwise. I would not have been able to know that in the dictionary of Christian spirituality, I would have an extensive section on parenting and how it relates. Parenting styles, aspects of development. Okay, this is from that same book. Parenting models from the Evangelical Dictionary of Christian Education. Notice I didn't use the word models, but this book does, and the AI knew that when I typed in parenting styles, I was probably looking for the 4 types of parenting models. Boom. I don't know. I find the AI search tool to be a game changer, and because of that, I highly recommend getting a large Logos library to go with your Logos Pro subscription if you're going to go that route. So that's something I'm ecstatic about because Logos Pro offers some of the greatest benefit to those who have large library, which I find to be valuable. So anyway, that's my take. Alrighty, Ping. Can't stay for more than 30 seconds. Might be back in about an hour, hour and a half. I will be gone by then, probably, Ping. I have another appointment this evening. Good to see you, though, Ping. Thanks for swinging by. I appreciate you. What's up, Frankel? The man, the myth, the legend. Yes. Good to see you. Welcome. I'm here. Thanks for noticing. Awesome, Vector. Ruination, that's fire. Thanks for answering and showing. Yeah, I think it's gonna do really good work for you, Ruination. That's awesome. All right, what else? What am I missing here? Okay, Vector linking the video about, I'm guessing this is the pouring syrup video. Oh no, it's the SBC social justice stuff. Yeah, very interesting. Okay, Edgemark, Mike Todd did it in a recent sermon. People were audibly upset. He said, don't pretend you all care, and kept going. Oh man. What's up, Antos? Hey man, haven't been here in a long time. Happy to see you're still streaming. Yes, indeed, we are. Good to see you. Thanks for swinging by. Welcome. Awesome. I see. Social justice versus biblical social justice. Interesting. Interesting discussions. Okay, cool. We're caught up. Let's go ahead and summarize. Like I said, we're using the AI summary tool. We've summarized two translations. Let's summarize the message and see what the message summary. If you take the message and then you AI summarize it, what do you get? In this passage from the Bible, Jesus encounters a Samaritan woman at a well. He engages her in conversation, offering her living water that will quench her thirst forever. He reveals that he is the Messiah, and the woman, amazed, goes to tell others about him. Jesus then speaks to the disciples about spiritual harvest, emphasizing the importance of doing the will of God. Many Samaritans believe in Jesus after hearing the woman's testimony. Jesus then leaves for Galilee, where he is welcomed and performs a miracle by healing a sick boy. The boy's father and his household, this is where I want to clip it. The boy's father and his household believe in Jesus after witnessing the miracle. This passage highlights Jesus' interactions with different people, his teaching about spiritual nourishment, and the impact of his miracles on those who witness them. Okay, still different enough. That's kind of surprising. What translation do you guys want me to use to summarize next? Come on, give me a translation. Let's see what the summary has to say about it. Alrighty. Ping, well, fine. I'll work on my streak more to rebuild it. God bless. 1 Corinthians 1:3. We'll see you later, Ping. Appreciate you. What's up, Bright Eyes? Ah, great idea, Vector. Vector wants to do the KJV, the true Bible. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, the good news. Let's do that one next after that. This is fun, guys. I'm having fun with this one. The Good News Translation. Come here, Good News Translation. Let's throw you up here. See what we get. Okay. KJV. What if the AI is like, I can't read the King's English? What if it just says that? Can't do it. Not possible. In chapter 4 of the Bible's book of John, Jesus leaves Judea for Galilee and passes through Samaria. At a well in Sychar, Jesus meets a Samaritan woman and offers her living water. They discuss worship and the coming of the Messiah. The woman believes Jesus is a prophet and shares her encounter with the townspeople, who then come to see Jesus. Meanwhile, Jesus teaches his disciples about spiritual nourishment and the readiness for harvest. Many Samaritans believe in Jesus due to the woman's testimony, and they ask him to stay, which he does for 2 days. Afterward, Jesus goes to Galilee, where he heals a nobleman's son from a distance. The nobleman and his household believe in Jesus. This is the second miracle Jesus performs in Galilee. Okay, similar. I feel like once you do like 3 or 4 summaries, you're starting to get similar themes. But it makes sense. And this is just the Bible story itself, right? The real benefit of this summary tool is going to be when we get into the commentaries. And we're going to do that next. CalMagic, is Logos Pro web-based only? No, I've got it downloaded direct to my desktop. Vector, let's see what the AI says about that red stuff. I love it. Edgemark, I've got the syrup video on deck, but something tells me there's a rabbit hole you're trying to not go down. That's correct, Edgemark. That's correct. We are trying to avoid the syrup on the Bible rabbit hole. I appreciate you, Edgemark. Look, there's all sorts of crazy stuff out there these days. I can't keep up with it all. I just can't keep up. That's funny. You guys are funny. All right, the Good News Translation. In this passage, Jesus encounters a Samaritan woman at a well in Sychar. He asks her for water, leading to a conversation about living water and the nature of worship. Jesus reveals his identity as the Messiah to the woman, who then spreads the news to her town. Many Samaritans believe in Jesus, and he stays with them for 2 days. The passage highlights Jesus' ability to reach out to people from different backgrounds and the transformative power of his message. It also emphasizes the spiritual importance of nourishment and the fulfillment of God's work. The encounter with the Samaritan woman ultimately leads to belief in Jesus as the Savior of the world among many Samaritans. So this one doesn't even go into the... I wonder if it's because of the breakdown. It doesn't even go into the official son. That's one interesting thing. I should make note of these things. How is the pericope for summary selected? Because here, what if I wanted to summarize just certain verses? I don't think I could do it. It automatically summarizes all of chapter 4. Like, how can I break that down? What if I want it to be different? So I need to talk to Logos about that. See what they think. Cal Magic says, very cool. I lost my Bible study magazine volumes when I canceled my Connect subscription a while back. Now with Logos Pro, they're back. There you go, Cal Magic. I think they're trying to get rid of Logos Connect, and I think they're going to try to streamline it all under Logos Pro in the future. I think that's the goal. And then the other thing I wanted to ask them about is the Sermon Assistant. The Sermon Assistant, I would like to use the tools in the Sermon Assistant without opening the Sermon Editor. I don't know if that's possible. It's only a small hassle to use it, but it is still a small hassle. Swims, if you want to summarize specific verses, just read the Message. You guys are taking shots at the Message today. Not a lot of Message fans up in the chat. All right, we got summaries from 5 different Bibles. Let's start now summarizing commentaries, okay? That's where I think there's a ton of value. I think there's a ton of value in summarizing the commentaries. Because here's my contention, as you guys saw in my video, I don't know which commentary to read. I don't know which one's worth my time. You see what I mean? And I'm thinking, if I'm thinking correctly about this, I'm thinking that if I get the summaries from the commentaries, then I will know which commentaries to read. I think there's a lot of potential here. Man, what a mood. What a mood the Pastor Tanner YouTube channel is. Are there a lot of The Message fans? Like, at all? Fair enough, Vector. Fair enough. Shots fired. I wonder how quick we could get summaries of every single volume commentary I have. I have 63 of them. Let's see how this goes. Okay, let's try this. This will be Bible AI summaries. Now I want to do single volume AI summaries. Let's see if we can do all of them. Okay. Let's see if this is any value at all. Sorry guys, I'm just playing with this because I don't know what's going on here. Come on. I do not need to be here. I need John 4:46. That's what I need. Okay. And now I don't want this whole section. Oh, it's cool they note this one's by Gary Burge. Samantha, maybe a dumb question, but how do you get Logos Pro? I can't seem to find it on the website. Samantha, I am in an early access group of users. They are looking at rolling out Logos Pro in the coming months. So I think it's going to be some time. I kind of apologize for using all the features publicly because you're not the first person to ask, where can I get this? So I'm sorry. But they're trying to vet it all before they do the full launch, right? Vector says, I saw it clarified. You have to own the full feature set to get early access. Okay, so if you have the full feature set, then you can opt into the early access. But Vector, is it still opt-inable or is it done? Not sure on that. And I'm not sure either. That's something we should probably figure out. Swims, part of me is glad this wasn't around when I was in school getting a Bible degree. Part of me is a little bitter. Yeah, it's ridiculous how these tools are changing our world. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous. The food of Jesus, 27 to 42. And then right here, Jesus returns to Cana. That's our pericope, 43 to 54. Now let's see if we can't get the summary. Right here, look, and it summarizes 43 to 54. So it looks to me like it summarizes based upon the sections that are in the work itself. It picks the full sections. So if you're like an ESV or NIV, it's going to pick full chapters. I wish you could designate what to summarize. Like you could pick a range. Samantha, oh great, LOL. No, I'm glad you are. It helps me know if I want to go that way. Perfect. And that's my goal. I'm going to be trying to review the features. It looks like they're doing a monthly rollout of new features in it. I'm going to try to review them every time they come out and put videos up about them. CalMagic, if you own all the Logos 10 features or subscribe to Logos, I found it on a deep page after a Google search. Okay, there you go. Vector posted it. This is the early access, and this is you. It sounds like you can still opt in so long as you've either already got the full feature set from Logos 10 or you were already a subscriber to Logos Connect. I think those are the two groups of people that can opt in. So if it's still live, Samantha, you could check it out and maybe opt in there. Okay, this is perfect. Look, here's the value. We've got John's Gospel, Hebrews to Revelation, Bible knowledge, background, commentary. Okay, and look, we've got 4 decent paragraphs that we're going to summarize. Okay, 4 decent paragraphs. Summarize. Now, my hope is that we can get through these summaries and get some deeper insight into the text. So here's our first one. After leaving Samaria, Jesus returns to Cana in Galilee, where he performs a second sign by healing a royal official's son in Capernaum from a distance. We've already learned this just from doing the summaries of the Bible versions themselves. The story highlights the Galileans' desire for miraculous signs and wonders rather than recognizing the true revelation of God through Jesus' action. This has been a theme. This popped up in chapter 2, and it also popped up, I preached on it yesterday. This passage also contrasts the reception of Jesus in Samaria, where he was welcomed, with the Galilean skepticism and demand for miracles. The official and his family believe in Jesus, but the broader issue is the people's focus on miracles rather than understanding the deeper significance of Jesus' action as signs of God's work. This story serves as a frame for this section of the gospel that outlines Jesus' 4 institutions of Judaism, emphasizing the importance of recognizing the true revelation of God in Jesus' ministry. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. If I want to learn more, and this is a Bible knowledge background commentary, boom. If I want more, this thing, Jesus and the 4 institutions of Judaism, that, to me, is where this commentary is going to shine. So I will dig into this one if I want more information on that.
Don't know why you're clapping. I'm talking about you.
Yo, thanks for the follow, Preachable. Yes, over here on Twitch as well. Much love. Appreciate you very much. Isaac, hello. I totally agree. It would be more useful to be able to ask it to summarize a user-definable section. I will bring that feedback to Logos. Thank you, Isaac. I will say this is not only my idea, it's also Isaac's idea. Isaac Cantrell. Thank you so much. Cool. Samantha, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much. I was able to get it. Let's go. Let's go, Samantha. Yes. I hope you enjoy. Epitome, is the special AI feature out yet? You can opt into early access if you have the full feature set or you are currently a subscriber to Logos Connect. Sounds like it's still live, up and running. Okay, to me, this is already helpful. If I want to dig into the background of this, I now know that's available to me. So let's throw that there. Ooh, yuck. That's the grossest color I've ever seen. Okay, I was exaggerating a little bit, but we need something that'll do better. Yeah, that's much better on the black. We need an affiliate link. Yes, Vector. It shall come. I think I have the full feature package. If you bought a base package that is gold or better, or you went in and bought the full feature set separately, then you have the full feature package. Okay, let's now go to the next one. See, this is, to me, this is the value. I'm spending very limited time in each section on purpose, right? I'm not preparing my sermon just off of AI summaries. What I'm doing is utilizing the AI summaries to give me exactly which commentaries deserve my attention, because I don't have time to read them all. I don't have time to read them all. So boom, the Africa Bible commentary. Right here, Jesus heals the son of a royal official. Again, I've only got 5 paragraphs here, some of them short, but let's see what the summary says. Isaac, awesome. Very cool. Does the package have to be Logos 10? I think I have got something good from Logos 8. Yeah, probably. Go ahead and try that early access link. I think there's no harm in trying, but I don't think it'll work. The text discusses a story from Jesus' ministry in Galilee, where a royal official sought Jesus' help for his sick son. The official's faith was tested, but he persisted, and Jesus eventually healed his son from a distance. This is already like a little helpful clue. That's right. The text emphasizes the importance of not neglecting one's roots and the significance of both cities and villages. It also highlights Jesus' ministry in both hostile and familiar territories. The story serves as a lesson for Africans to remember their heritage and not to forsake their foundation. The official's unwavering faith led to the healing of his son, demonstrating the power of belief in Jesus. You can see already differences in the individual sentences and their emphases, right? So this one is the Africa Bible commentary. Boom. Okay. If I wanted to dig into this one, so now I'm already getting ideas. Persevering in faith. Using him as the example, right? That's a good one. Okay, there's also geographic connotations from Galilee, Samaria. So we'll just call it geographic acceptance. There are issues there worth talking about. We do need to talk about signs in general. Second sign. I've talked about this before. There are 7 major signs in the Gospel of John. This one's the second one, so that's a key. These 4 institutions, very interesting. The text emphasizes the importance of not neglecting one's roots, the significance of both cities and villages, due to location. See, that's an interesting insight. Okay, let's keep going. Next up is the Applied New Testament commentary. The Applied. This one looks like it's going to be shorter. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Pro Streamer. Okay, summarize. Austin Reed, I already used AI search tools for my research paper. Love it. Well done, Austin. Ridiculous value in finding resources for your research papers. Again, one of the biggest problems with large Logos libraries is the inability to search them effectively and efficiently, and this AI search makes that a thing of the past. Now you have the precise search, which you use when you need some exact information. That uses old Logos search, syntax, and then you have the AI search, which is just very intuitive. It's like typing into Google. Vector, PT, do you know what happens if you buy the full feature set from 10 if you never bought anything from 9? I think it just updates you to the full version of Logos. And you're good to go, locked in. So I don't think you lose anything or miss out. I think it'd be fine. Swims, whoever was asking about love earlier, I don't know if it's really what they're looking for, but they could try looking into Humility by Michael W. Austin. It's about redirecting culture to Jesus' humility and love. That's a good one, Swims. Thanks for the recommendation. Humility by Michael W. Austin, if you are interested, God's Frog, in the question of love. I'll put it in the YouTube chat. Thank you, Swims. Awesome. Okay. Here's the Applied. In this passage, Jesus returns to Galilee and heals a royal official's son in Cana. The official initially sought Jesus for his miracles, but Jesus healed the son, leading the official and his family to believe in Christ. So he had kind of like a progression of his faith. This miracle strengthened their faith, showing that God brings good out of afflictions. The text emphasizes the significance of miracles as signs of Jesus being the Messiah. This healing was the second miracle Jesus performed in Galilee, following his return from Judea, where he had done other miracles. Okay, pretty basic. The progression of faith there seems interesting to me. Okay, next. So look at the speed with which we're able to reference these. Now, again, we should not write our sermon off of summaries, but that's not what we're doing. We're doing our research. Okay, here's a cool one. Let's summarize this. Look how short this section is. I want to summarize it, and then I want to read it. And let's see what we get out of each of them. Okay, the summarize... It looks to me like the summary is commensurate with the size of the pericope. So if it's a smaller pericope, it gives a smaller summary, larger summary. A royal official seeks Jesus' help for his son in Capernaum. Jesus tells him his son will live, possibly alluding to Elijah's miracle in 1 Kings 17:23. Hey, for a short summary, that's insightful. We haven't seen that yet. Now let's read the full section. Capernaum was located north of the Sea of Galilee. The travel south to Cana would have been about 14 miles. He had left at sunrise. The official could have reached Cana by noon, allowing him to hear Jesus' word at the 7th hour. Okay, notice the lack here. This is a very interesting fun fact if you're interested in the geography of the section. And you can see here that this fun fact is not captured at all by the summary. By this point, however, he would not have had enough time to complete the full journey home on the same day and would have completed it the following day. Your son will live. 450. Jesus' words may seek to call attention to Elijah's miraculous resuscitation of the son of the woman at Zarephath. And that's where this reference is coming into play. Okay, very intriguing. But I like this fun fact of the geography. This is the Bible Illustrated background commentary from Baker. Yeah, very cool. Preachable says, BST commentaries I find are good. Yeah, absolutely. I really like a lot of the Baker commentaries I reference. So this is good. First of all, this whole commentary is worth reading because this section would have been valuable. I could drop that in the sermon. But also the summary is good too. This hit me with a key that I wouldn't have looked into otherwise. So let's throw this down. BIBBC. Boom. Okay. And we'll put here Elijah's miracle, question mark. Good evening, Masterwood. Good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for swinging by. Vector, can you prompt this AI? Are there any lesser known facts, or can you give me some context for this verse historically? You can, but I'm thinking it struggles with complicated inquiries. Let's try it. All. Search. Are there any lesser known facts? Let's try that first. Are there any lesser known facts about John 4:46 to 54? Let's see how it does with this. I have my doubts, but let's see. So it's pulling commentaries. Now, I don't know why it chose this one. New Testament survey. Well, I wouldn't have referenced this. I would not have referenced this otherwise. Let's see this. I know of this work, but I would not reference it in a typical sermon preparation. So it just gave me this section out of a New Testament survey. The second recorded miracle, the healing of the nobleman's son, who was at the point of death, demonstrated Christ's authority over life and death. As the source of life, he could give life to one who was about to die. It also proved the power of his word in that the son was healed the very moment Christ spoke miles away. Just as the nobleman and his family believed, so John hopes that the reading of the record of that miracle will likewise produce faith. To me, Vector, this is This is standard fare. There's nothing lesser known about that. Let's look at a few more. Social science commentary. I would have found this one if I just used my standard passage guide sermon prep process. Yeah, relatively meh. Agreed. This account may be another variant of the healing story in Matthew 8 and Luke 7. Takes place in Cana, location of the first sign, which Jesus did in Galilee. Both signs elicit belief. Greek term basilikos is usually assumed to refer to a royal official. I mean, that's good information. But again, I probably would have been able to find this relatively easily in my standard preparation process using the passage guide. But it's good information. Okay, let's look a little bit further. All the prayers of the Bible. I would not have referenced this. I don't own it. Well, there we go. And you can see it has a little lock symbol here. Boom, little lock. And it's because I'm on all books rather than my books. If you change it to my books, it won't give you these. Let's do that real quick. Historical context is probably easier for it to discern. Let's try that. What is the historical context? Let's try that. Oh, we need to do your books. Let's give it a shot. I messed up. Look, it says precise search. Make sure you get your search engine correct. You want to do the smart search. Try again. We know you always look to reasons to get another book, which is why you search that way. Interesting. Okay, it favored New Testament survey again from Robert Gramacki. And probably because his pericope is identical to mine. I'm guessing that's why it hit it. But now, I never would have referenced this. This is Conspectus Volume 32. Some interpretations of John 4, 46 to 54. I would not have looked this up otherwise. Let's see what it says. Scholars of John's Gospel have variedly interpreted John 4, 46 to 54. According to F.F. Bruce, the miracle of converting water into wine serves as the foundation for the miracle of healing the royal official's son. That's super valuable. Not historical context, but super valuable. The first miracle was to respond to a critical need, while the second miracle is to deliver from death to life in order to continuously manifest the glory of Jesus. He explains that the royal official might be attached to Herod Antipas. Consequently, he could be referred to as a noble person or a petty king. Bruce is of the opinion that the healing of the centurion's servant is similar due to the miracle being effected at a distance. But John did not indicate whether the royal official was a Gentile or not. Bruce notes that the author of the gospel uses signs independently, but John 4, 46 to 54, signs and wonders, is jointly used, which demands critical study. This is all very good stuff. And that's what happens when you end up with a journal article rather than just doing your, standard commentaries. Commentaries are good too, but this is really valuable. Now let's see what he says. This is the highlighted section. This is the section where it's saying, hey, this is some historical background. Keener identifies three kinds of faith expressed in the narrative. The initial faith that propelled the royal official to invite Jesus, the faith to believe Jesus' command to go, and the faith of the household that expresses belief in Jesus as the Messiah. That is not historical background. All right, let me put this. This Conspectus Volume 32 is very interesting. Man, I could go all night on this stuff. Guys, I gotta go. Oh, we've been going an hour. This has flown by. This has been awesome. We have defeated the robot. I don't think we defeated it. Guys, I do have to go. Oh, I want to keep going. This is so much fun. As you can see, guys, there's a lot of potential in this tool. And I think just in our quick summaries of the Bible passage and then our quick summaries we were getting out of the commentaries, we were already getting some really good ideas. And I think that's one of the values here. Now, it's all about information sifting, right? There's too much information for all of us to download into our brains, is what I mean. And so it's all about sifting information. How much time do I have to spend digging into this information for myself versus getting a summary of it and then, snatching a piece from the summary? And how do I know what to study more? How do I know what to dig in further? That, to me, is the value in these summaries and this tool. Obviously, we're going to be utilizing this more in future streams. Like I said, Logos has stated that they're planning on a regular rollout of features added to Logos Pro up to formal and official launch day. So as those features come out, I plan to do videos on them as well. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. So anyway, I hope this was fun for you. I really enjoyed it. We had an awesome stream. A little quick, but I have a prior engagement with a church member. So I'm going to have to go ahead and leave so I can make my meeting. But I appreciate you all very much. This was a lot of fun. Really cool. Samantha says, I love how you use Logos live. I learned so much from your videos. I hope you have a blessed week. Thank you so much, Samantha. You're awesome. Preachable. Much love with those angel wings. Yes. I thank you all so much and appreciate you guys hanging out. But duty calls, and hopefully we'll see you again real soon. Keep a lookout on the YouTube channel. We're going to try to keep up those regular video uploads. There's a reason we uploaded 2 last week on this important topic, and hopefully we can keep those things going. Good night to you, Master Wood, and I appreciate all of your guys' love and support. Hopefully we'll talk to you again real soon. Take care. God bless.